Anything for you, brother. Joined by Marquette head coach, Kara Consuegra. We'll take an opening statement from Coach, then we'll go to questions. When we go to questions, please wait for the microphone. State your name and affiliation before your question. Coach.
I thought Villanova played really well. They deserved to win. I think Denise is a great coach. But I'm disappointed, obviously, on our end, and I think the thing we have to remember is we're a very inexperienced team. None of our kids have played in this type of stage ever. And I think the moment got us. We didn't play well. I told them this is a learning lesson for us to understand that playoff basketball requires your best. And we didn't have our best today on either end of the floor. I thought we had some individuals, Skylar Forbes, Hallie Weiss, Sharia Smith. They came to play. They played really well. I'm very proud of them. But it requires a team effort. And we were not the better team today. But the most important thing is we have to learn from it as we grow, and we grow this program. And we got to be better in our next opportunity.
Questions for Coach. We'll go right here on the right-hand side.
Hi, Coach. This being your first year in your first conference tournament, what has this conference, Marquette University, and most of all, the team bond that you've formed meant to you throughout the year?
Yeah, it's been an incredible year, and I told our kids that in the locker room too. I mean, our year's not over. We'll get a chance to play in postseason. And so this shouldn't take away from the year that we had. You know, the 20 wins is great. The postseason accolades are great. But you're right, the bond that this team has formed and the way that we've been able to come together and the love and care that we have for each other is above all of that. And so it's been a very enjoyable year. I love this team. I'm grateful for this team. And we're not going to allow this disappointment to take away from that.
We'll go to T in the back left.
Hey, Coach, T. Baker with the Next. Wonder if you could speak a little bit more about the season Skylar's had, all Big East first team. Can you just talk about kind of her growth over the season? What's impressed you about her?
Yeah, I mean, Skylar's been phenomenal, as you know, and I think for us, it's just been really fun and rewarding to watch her grow. I think it's been a combination of a lot of things. I think, number one, Skylar really wants to be great. She wants to be pushed. She wants to be coached hard. She takes feedback really well, and she works extremely hard. I've told this story many times this summer. Most of our workouts were early morning, sometimes 7 a.m., sometimes 6 a.m. The first person in the gym every day is Skylar Forbes. 5 a.m., 6 a.m., she's on the gun getting up shots. She's relentless in her drive to get better. And when you combine that with a kid that's really coachable and has allowed this coaching staff to come in and challenge her, I think that's a big reason also for her growth.
Right here.
Hi, Coach. Josh Simon, College Basketball Corner. Your team was picked 10th in the preseason. What was it about this particular group that allowed you guys to have the success that you've had all year?
They believed. We said from the beginning in our first team meeting we were not going to rebuild, we were going to build. And there was a difference, right? Rebuilding assumes that you don't have it. Where building is putting our pieces together in a positive way moving forward. And our kids believe that from day one. And certainly we've had ups and downs and had to go through some hard things, but our kids never wavered in their belief in each other, their belief in us as coaches, and their belief in what we could do, and that's made it really special.
Hey, Coach T. Baker with the Next again. Another follow-up question. I was hoping to ask Skylar this one, but I'll ask you. I know that she played in Canada with Jasmine Basco on the other side of the court. Wonder if you have any insight into that relationship, how it's evolved, and kind of how it's translated to the college game.
I wish I could answer that question. I don't. I know they're familiar with each other and have a friendship, but that's the most that I know. Sorry, I can't comment on that.
One, how is Lee Volker doing? And two, what has she meant to the process that you just described?
Yeah, I don't have an update on Lee, unfortunately. Obviously, we'll get her evaluated when we get back to campus and determine the extent of her injury. But, you know, Lee, as a senior and probably one of our most experienced players, has been amazing for us this year. And I think she's meant a lot to our team. And, you know, I've talked about Lee a lot in terms of her skill set and what she's able to bring to us. You know, from different levels. I mean, she can score, she can play make, she can rebound. But I think, you know, what Lee brings is a calmness in terms of the way she leads, from her voice, her reminders. This year, we would early in the season, we would purposely pick a drill every day in practice that was really, really difficult, and we would put our team in really hard situations. It was a 10-minute drill, and we'd switch it up. And we did it because we knew this team was really young and they had to learn how to do hard things. And every time we did one of those drills, and it was always hard, and they very rarely succeeded, Lee was always the one, hey, we got this, let's reset, let's go again, very even-keeled. And I think that was where it kind of set the standard for the type of leader that she could be for us. And our kids learned to look at her in those types of situations. And I also think it brought her confidence to know that, you know, she could be a leader for us and she could help this team continue to grow.
Any other questions? Coach, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Good morning, guys. Congrats. Thank you. All right. Joining us from Villanova, head coach Denise Dillon, student athletes Maddie Burke and Jasmine Basco. We'll begin with an opening statement from Coach, then we'll go to questions for the student athletes first. Coach.
Well, super proud of our group getting a huge win against a great Marquette team. You know, we battled throughout the season, and then coming down third time around here in the Big East tournament, couldn't be more pleased with being able to continue to advance our play.
Questions for the student athletes? We'll go to T in the back.
Hey, T. Baker with the next. Jasmine, congrats on your postseason honors. I wanted to check in with you about someone on the other team, Skylar Forbes. I know you all have played together. Can you just talk about what that's like to play against someone you've played with? And did you play against her in high school at all and compete on that level?
Yeah, no, we did play each other in high school, only for 1 year, but we did. Then we played together on the national team. She was probably one of my closest friends on that team. So, yeah, it's always funny. The girls kind of chirp me about it. Oh, I know her, this. We're the same number, both from Canada, all that stuff. And she's a great person, but, you know, when we're on the court, I'm not friends with her no more. I'm not. But then after the game, we're in the line. We hug each other, respect each other. We lost first game. We won the second game. We split, but, you know, she's my friend. I'm gonna love her after.
Any other questions for the student athletes?
Jasmine, congratulations on the win. Your instincts as a point guard, as a freshman, to be able to come into this league and on this stage display that kind of confidence in your game, even late, you know, facing double teams down the stretch. What is it about your game that kind of translates to the college level so seamlessly, it seems?
Honestly, I think just the coaches have been very open with me about my expectations for myself and to create for the rest of the girls on the team. And so just knowing that they have my back is the biggest thing. And then coming here in the summer, Burke was very open with me right from the jump, always talking. She's always the loudest on the court. We always hear her, and off the court too. So I just know I have support. I'll know where she is, you know, hit her for a three, everything. But I just know everyone around me supports me, so I don't have to lack in confidence.
Any other questions for the student athletes?
Maddie, you knocked down a three late. It was kind of the dagger, it seemed like, to kind of put it away. Can you speak a little bit about kind of your mindset taking that shot and not being afraid to step up?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Laura did a great job in the paint today. She brought my defender in and just hit her on the chop pass, as we call it. And I've been hitting threes all game, so I just let it fly. And, you know, we just got back on D and did our thing. So, yeah.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Ladies, thank you.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Questions for Coach T, go ahead.
Hey, Coach T. Baker with the next. Lisa, sorry, I'm trying to remember if I should call her maiden name or last name. Gino called me out about that. Lisa Gadeka was honored today. I know she's got quite the history in Villanova women's basketball, so do you as a player. Can you just talk about her impact on the program, if you have a relationship with her, kind of how it's grown over time?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think this is a great piece the Big East has brought back, you know, honoring the legends. Those, you talk about those who played before us and what the foundation they established, and Lisa being one of the best. I remember when I made a decision to come to Villanova, just recognizing the great players that had come before me, and Lisa Angelotti was one that I just loved because of her energy and her effort, and she was everywhere. And then I laughed as a player when I was out on the floor, and Harry would yell at me, and he's like, "Oh, okay, you're playing like Lisa Angelotti," and I thought it was a compliment. But here, I was trying to guard everybody on defense and guarding no one, as he claimed, and apparently Lisa had that habit as well. So I thought I was in good company, but it was a little shot Harry was giving me. But Lisa is so great for the game, you know, not just as an alum at Villanova, what she did as a college player, but what she does now in impacting these high school players, these young women, and she's been doing it for years and is so good at what she does. So again, just watching her on the sidelines, I've learned a lot. You know, I did as a player back in the day, but as a coach as well. So really great to see her honored today.
Questions for Coach? Carl?
Carl Adamek, CT Insider. Denise, they announced the sellout for these first two sessions, and I get that a lot of it is UConn. On the other hand, you know, for the conference, for them, for people to come out to see the other teams in the conference, what does that mean? Is it a big deal? And I mean, it's the first, and you've been in, you know, on-campus sites and on that where the crowds haven't been great. So just your feeling about having that, you know, kind of attention and, you know, getting it here and all that other stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're aware we're here in Connecticut, and of course they're basketball fans. UConn fans are basketball fans, so they're going to come out for all the games, and you appreciate that, and that's what you want. You want fans out watching, and then it's just the creation of the game itself and the progression and what we're doing across the nation. You know, you're seeing the growth, the numbers increasing. You know, we've witnessed it at Villanova, and we're so appreciative of it. And you put a good product out there, people are going to come and watch. And once they watch, you know, it continues to carry. And thanks to all of you, the media attention and the recognition, it continues to grow. And that's what we need. So here at Mohegan Sun, they do a great job hosting. The Big East puts on a tremendous show. You know, the representation of each and every team and wanting us to be in that national spotlight. So we embrace it, and I think even a situation like today, a great matchup with us and Marquette, the opportunity for these fans and for the media to see the play of both teams, and then just to see a young player in Jasmine, you know, and we want to see her grow. We want her to get that recognition nationally. So the Big East can continue to grow, our teams can continue to get better, and it all starts with having people out watching.
T?
Just to follow up on Jasmine, obviously bright future ahead, really one of the young stars of the conference. Can you just talk about, you know, the recruiting process, how you attracted her to Villanova, and how you've seen her evolve at the college level?
Yes, well, it's been a great process with Jasmine through the recruitment of her, you know, watching at a young age, getting our foot in the door with some of the Canadian players. I had one, a great one, Keishana Washington at Drexel, and it was same team, just watching along and seeing Jasmine when she was young. And we laugh about the conversation when I had called her, and I said, you know, it's Coach Dillon from Villanova, and she's like, Jalen Brunson, Villanova? So she has been a fan of Villanova for longer than we all realized, and you know, always following and watching Jalen, and then just as a true Villanovan, you know, Jalen's reached out to her and connects with her and watches her games, so it's been pretty cool just to see that piece of it. But Jasmine, as we said, you know, we talked to her in the summer and said, you're going to have a huge job. The expectation is there, the standard's high here at Villanova, but we could have those conversations because you knew she was up for it, and just wanting to take the reins and do whatever was necessary to grow and learn. She has a great basketball mind. She has a great work ethic. So those two things you can do a lot with, but the biggest piece is she's a tremendous teammate. She's just fun to be around. And there's nothing better to just watch someone grow and develop in all areas, on and off the court. So we're happy to have her at Villanova and excited to continue to be a part of the journey and see what's ahead.
Any other questions? Coach,
Thank you.
congrats on the win. Thanks for your time.
Thanks so much.